Hello everyone, and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, May 12th, 2025, we're taking a comprehensive look at Google's stock, ticker symbol Google. We'll be covering recent news events and conducting an in-depth technical analysis of the charts. Recent news indicates a mixed sentiment around Google. We've seen reports of analyst downgrades due to uncertainty around Google's AI strategy, as well as speculation about a potential stock split. Also, Apple's comments about AI being a threat to Google search have caused some concern. On the other hand, some analysts maintain a buy rating, citing Google's dominance in online advertising and the growth potential of Google Cloud. There was news regarding a settlement with Texas over data privacy for $1.4 billion as well. We'll examine how these events have impacted the stock's recent price action. Now, let's turn our attention to the Google daily chart. Here we can see the overall trend and identify any significant support and resistance levels. Looking at the past year, we can identify a few key areas. Around the $140 level, we see some previous support turning into resistance. We can also see that it had huge growth, starting back at $140 and rising upwards to $200. The Google stock also took a big hit in early May. Zooming into the last few months, we can see that there was a big drop recently. The stock went from a high of around 165 and plummeted to 152. This could be related to news involving the Apple threat to Google's dominance or the privacy lawsuit. However, it may recover in the next few months. Switching to the hourly chart, we can get a closer look at the short-term trends and potential entry/exit points. On the 1-hour chart, we can see the finer details regarding the overall trend, with sharper details on the peaks and valleys. Looking at the short-term picture, there appears to be some consolidation happening around the 152 to 155 range. I will also take a look at the 15-minute chart to see if we can get a clearer image. Alright, so here's the 15-minute chart, which might give us some short-term trades to look out for. Currently, it looks like there's a bit of upward momentum as it climbed back up to 155 before falling down to 152. I'd probably suggest waiting to see if it breaches 155 or drops under 152 before making any decisive moves. Otherwise, there may not be a clear direction. As for predictions, it may rise in the coming weeks, as all news is generally temporary, with analysts still rating the stock as buy. I'd estimate that the likelihood of reaching 160 by the end of the month is 60% based on current analysis, while if we see more negative news or Apple making more aggressive moves, it could also drop below 150, with maybe a 30% likelihood.